Greetings everyone and welcome back to Starship Theory and of course to the runabout, which really at this point needs a new name. So we're going to go with Warbird. There we go. There we are. Right, now in today's episode, first thing I'm going to be doing is fixing this, which was put on the wrong way because I'm such a derp. Let's rotate that around so it's facing the right way and people can actually access the food that it holds. After that, next up, you know what, there is a couple of things around here we would like to change up, you know. In fact, finish that. Let's move these around. I think it is high time that we had a couple of things just repositioned around here. I think it's going to make everything a little bit easier. We're going to have the food dispenser right behind the place where people eat. We're going to have a water cooler right there. Oops, Daisy, we are actually in a asteroid field. Good thing for me to pay attention to, I suppose, maybe. I mean, I'm not entirely sold on the whole paying attention to where I'm going thing, but for the time being, I suppose I can try. Next up, we're going to be removing this. We'll just make a little bit of extra room. We're losing some of our structural integrity in order to do this, but there's going to be plenty of other places that we can put hull bracing. Also, once we actually start placing armor around the place, it's not going to matter that much what our structural points are, because we're not going to be going through them particularly. Let's see if I can't break all of that apart before it becomes a problem. There we go. Right, perfect. Everything has been moved. So let's get our defense. Oh, well, actually, they're going to build the things over there. Not strictly what we want you to do, honestly, but I guess you're doing it now, so there's not much for me to say. Let me pop those down there and there. We are on exactly 15. Perfect. We can now build the mining extender. Oh, fantastic times. Now, the mining extenders, we can just plonk in a couple of places, actually. We definitely need more beds. That's a big thing that we're going to have to go for in the near future. Let's actually get rid of those. Those were, I believe they were shield cells. So let's pop those down there instead and get them all centralized there. And that cleans up a little bit of room up there. Now, where are we going to put the mining extenders? There's a couple of options for that one. But first, before we get to that, I know, people thought I'd forgotten. I had not, in fact, forgotten. Right, Annette. Annette, your name from henceforth shall be Snagglebeast, and I love this name. Oh my goodness, that is such an awesome name. Next up, Charlotte. Charlotte, as much as I already love your name is going to be changed to Zaphod. There we are. Welcome aboard, Douglas. Your name shall be Vampiric Fish. I love this name also. Ah, such fine names amongst the dapplings. Vampiric Fish. Let me just make sure I've spelled that right. Yep. Who is up next? It would be Michelle. And Michelle's name is Thermal Ions. There we go. Thermal Ions. And finally, Phyllis. Your name shall be Wolfchi. There we go. Welcome aboard, new crew members, or almost new crew members. Also, E. There we go. A, B, Ek, D, V, E. Eventually we'll go to V, and so on and so forth. Right. Now then, with everything we've got built and are building, it's going to take us a little while to get all of this sorted, but it shouldn't be too terribly difficult for us. Oh, so many mining lasers, and soon we're going to be able to reach out even further than normal. It's going to be grand times, I tell you. Hopefully we can get all of our defensive systems upgraded properly. Ooh. You know what? I'm now really regretting that I didn't build the mining extenders, considering how much stuff is just outside our reach. Scallywags. But it looks like we'll probably get... yeah, actually we'll get all of the defensive systems finished, or we should do at the very least. So not a bad beginning to the episode, I suppose, all things considered. Let's grab you. Ooh, wow, you're a big boy, aren't you? My goodness. Are you going to power up your weapons? The ones that you don't have? Like the other ship? Yes, yes. Everyone told me in the comments it wasn't that it just glitched out. It was that they spawned in hostile with no weapons because they're dumb, made of dumb. Sure, I'll sell a little bit of metal. I'm not going to sell the silicon. We don't have it. I will sell the gold though. And with that done, get out of it. Go on, skedaddle. There we go. Right, so we've increased our shield a little bit, and we've now got a number of different shield boosters that are all contributing to the charge. We're constructing a shield cell is still one of the primary things that we've got to work on. There's a lot of stuff that we can fiddle around with around here, though. There's an awful lot of things that we can do. We are actually starting to look a little bit not as great for power, though, and that's scary considering how much power we've got. I think the next place we kind of want to expand out is possibly over here, or maybe even just tuck this area back and remove these engines. Perhaps reinstall those engines elsewhere, like for example down here or something like that. But clearly having them over there, not grand. Not grand in the slightest way. Maybe having all of the engines down the bottom would be a better idea, and then expanding this out. We'd definitely be able to get some beds in here then, which would be nice. That would definitely be good. Also, just having some little areas nearby, some little fighter craft. Yeah, I like that. But the first things first, we need silicon, and now we actually need a little bit of gold too. So I'm going to go and norm on a couple of asteroid fields, and I'll bring you back when there is something to report. Though before we go, actually thinking about it, defenses. Yeah, I'm thinking that it's time to get those armor plates. We've got another ship that is powering up weapons that doesn't have any weapons. It is most vexing, I must say, because we can't threaten them. We can't threaten them to leave. We can only bribe them to go, and I refuse. I refuse to bribe a tiny piddling little ship like that. No, it's not going to happen, little ship. I'm afraid you have to die. All of the death to you, right there, where everyone's going to be stood in a few seconds. There we go. All of the death, all of it. Every single little bit of death. Try and chase down that one person. There we go. Are they dead yet? No, not dead yet. Maybe. There we go. They are now all dead, and now we need to just break the ship apart. There we go. Alas. You really brought it on yourself. Look at my rockets, can't find a target. Okay, well, we managed to gather quite a significant amount of stuff in that last run. So there's a couple of things that we can work on now. First and indeed foremost is I'm going to actually put some external cargo crates. Now each one of these will only give us 50 storage, and the medium crate will give us 400. So we're going to be losing a lot of storage by doing this, but it will free up some room, and I don't strictly feel that we need the storage that we've got. So let's clear this up. We'll have external cargo all the way out there. Now that's going to take us 60 metal to do, and then we're going to get rid of 2 crates. I'm not sure where we're going to get rid of them from. I think up here, honestly, and then we'll have mining extenders there instead. We do also want to upgrade our weapon systems a fair old bit. Currently we're already at 6 on defense. That did not take you long at all. Wow, I'm actually reasonably impressed. We can get some medium armor then as well, and that will be very, very nice, I must say. Let's go ahead and armor this limb going down there. So that's going to take us a fair old bit of metal to do, but it's not less than we've got, so that's the main thing. Also, we're going to be removing these 2 once all of those are done, there and there. It's going to take a lot of our cargo away. It's going to take 800 of our cargo capacity out, but that should be fine on the whole. Asteroid fields, as usual, have completely decimated our shield systems. It completely drained them, unfortunately, but we are actually charging up 5 per whenever. It doesn't say 5 per second. I think it's 5 whenever one of these fully charges and deploys. They're not currently hostile. That's always good to see. Do we have enough money? No, we do not. That's a bit of a shame. I'll sell you some water, though. Wow, yes, I will. I've got so much water. As for anything... Well, I could buy this crew member, and I think I shall. Welcome aboard, you Timothy. Timothy shall get a name straight away, because Chaotrocles furnished me with a couple of spares. Casey shall be named there. Welcome aboard, Casey. Now, Casey, what am I going to have you doing? I mean, the ship is looking a little bit messy, honestly, Casey. If you could crack on with that, it'd be grand. Getting some armor plates. You know what, though? Those armor plates are not nearly a good enough color. So let's go and find the armor plates. Where are you? Armor plates. No. I'm thinking, what color should our armor plates be? Maybe a darker blue, maybe almost a purpley color, something like that. Yeah, okay, I like that. That can stay. Also, where's my where are the solar cells? Solar panel accent. Here we go. I'd like this to be a little bit brighter, something like that. There we go. That looks a bit better. Perfect. Right, we've now got quite a lot of armor actually as well. Once that's finished, we're going to have more armor there, then more armor on this ship than we've got structure, which is pretty good. Goodbye. Right, now we're still working on defense, which I could let you finish off the small armor. I only need one more point of defense for that. Then we'll switch back to weapon systems, I think. But let's have a look if we've got enough to build out our mining extenders. They're not exactly cheap, and they do draw power, but let's get those installed, shall we? Health pads. Tempting. Very tempting. Seems like something we should perhaps have. Where could we perhaps have it, though, is the question there. And that is a question I don't immediately have an answer for, unfortunately. Actually, no, I've got a bit of an idea. Let's shape this out a little bit. Yeah, something like this. About there. And there. Then we're going to remove this solar panel, shunt it across, make a little bit of a gap there, and we'll have healing pads at the top. 2 healing pads for our crew. Right, there we go. Fantastic. 300 armor. Pretty nice if you ask me. How far? Oh my lord, this is amazing. This is amazing. Look how far out we can reach. Best upgrade ever. Oh, this is fantastic. I'm going to be spot for choice on where I actually mine now. Nothing's going to be able to escape. Well, okay, a few things will be able to escape. A few small things very far away will be able to escape. Like that piece of gold there. I doubt I can reach it in time. I can almost... Wow. I can almost reach that gold. That's actually quite impressive. Mind you, I did install 4 of these. It's not like one of them made that big of a difference. But still, I'm pretty impressed. And might install another 2 maybe. So I can more or less mine whatever I see. Anything that this ship can behold shall be considered part of its kingdom. And it will mine it, probably. Or shoot it. Shoot it or mine it. One or t'other. Let's grab a little bit of everything. Our shields are holding up reasonably well, I would say. I mean, it could be improved a little bit, I think, but the nicest thing about this, though, is by far the fact that when something breaks and something I want to mine starts speeding away from me, then I'm probably still going to be able to catch it before it gets far enough. There we go. Oh, this is really grand. Should have got one of these earlier. Wow, this would have made mining so much easier. Okay, I'll remember that for the next ship. Get the mining extender fairly quickly, because it's just going to be so much easier. I mean, at this point, I can just keep going to new asteroid fields, but this would speed up my initial build-up of the ship significantly. How are we doing for cargo room? We've still got loads. We've still got 1,400, which is quite respectable, I would say. There we are. Get a little bit of everything. Mine this as well. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this mining extender. I think it can stay. Yep. There we go. Just getting the last little bits done up here and furnished. We'll be then able to pop down some healing pads in those locations. Now, before we get to that, we have got a little bit of room for some more rocket pods, and I think that rocket pods are probably worth me getting at this point. Just adding a couple more onto the ship here and there so that we can have a proper little swarm. Let's see, where would I like some more of these rocket pods? Sure, we'll get one there, and we'll pop 1 or 2 down over here as well. That's as much as realistic we're going to be able to fit for now, though. But I'm thinking, sure, since we've got all of these amazing mining lasers, why don't we go ahead and pop another 2 of these down. There we are. And finally, we've got the small armor plates as well that we can pop in these occasions we really want to. Not entirely sold on it just yet, though. We'll have these down there. This entire limb down here is just going to be armor, I think. Makes a lot of sense to me. Let's get all of that armor all of the time. And then finally, heat vents here and here. Because we need them, damn it. But what we really need is more power. Wow. Okay, you have some crew for sale. Unfortunately, I do not have any money, which is sad. I could buy some metal, don't need it. Can sell some water, because I really don't need that. And then, should we threaten? Yeah, go on, skedaddle. We could threaten a ship that large. This is a good time. Well, I mean, it's not a good time. Not for them. It's not a good time for them. Great time for us. Not for them, though. Got some more rocket pods going down. Fantastic times. Actually, you know what? We're going to leave these spaces open and we will put some more rocket pods there in the future. But we need a lot more metal at the moment. So let's head towards another asteroid field, I think. I'm really liking the amount of armor. We've got 430 armor. It's actually quite glorious. Our shield is there as well. But we are going to need to build an armor repairer at some point as well. That is pretty high on the list of things we're going to need. And there we go. We have got everything we need now for the health pad, which is a reasonably expensive thing to build, frankly. We are going to need more metal before we can actually put that together. And it's rare for metal to be the thing that I'm lacking at this point. Let's get a little bit more flooring down in here. I decided to push the health pads up to the top. And actually slot in a little brace there as well. And that still gives us one place where we can add a new mining laser. Or whatever particularly we want to add in there. All of the rockets, please. All need to. I think these were the number 4s. I think it was 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and then 5 was all of the weapons. There we go. That will eventually change. But now we've got a couple of more rocket pods for our enjoyment. We'll see how that all plays out. I am tempted to get another mining extender, though. Maybe one of the little fighters that we build will be a miner. So it'll just be full of mining lasers and mining extenders, and it'll be grand, and it'll add to the ship. Though we're going to need at least a couple of these fighters to be nuclear powered, so that I can have a reason to stick reactors in them. Yep, I'm having to convince myself of the validity of having nuclear powered fighters. I mean, that isn't such a stretch, really. But it's going to be hard to call it a fighter when it's as big as my ship in order to fit one of the gigantic reactors. Hello, you're not hostile? Oh, what a grand change. There we go. We need loads of metal for all of this, unfortunately. And loads of silicon too. Though we've managed to gather a fair bit of silicon, to be honest. So that's not too terribly bad. Right. How much can we afford? No. Can I sell a little bit of gold, a little bit of silicon? Still no. Well, drat. I'm afraid I'm just going to have to threaten you then. Go on. Get out of here. It's better for you. Honestly, keeping them around was dangerous for that little ship. One big asteroid would have just broken it. So, really, we were being kind that time. We were genuinely being, unintentionally, but we were being kind to them. It was a kindness to tell them to skedaddle, to scarper, to be gone from our sight, and from the sight of these heinous asteroids. Right, we've got everything we need now, though, for a health pad. Let's get that in there. Health pad. How much do you cost? Oh, wow. You are an expensive thing. Okay, we can't build you yet. You are that expensive. You get. Wasn't expecting that. Really wasn't. At this point, I'm actually starting to think maybe I'm going to have to expand this out and actually have 2 reactors. But then what are we going to do here? I mean, I need a place where I can store things. I need a place where I can gather foods and everything. Tricksy, very tricksy. This one's a bit of a quandary. What about the smaller reactors? How big are they? Let's have a look. I could probably afford a small reactor. Well, I'd be able to get one quickly. A small reactor is only a tiny little thing. Medium reactor is, yeah, we could, I suppose. I do need access to reactors to be able to repair them. but for example, I could have 2 reactors over here. I would lose another 800 storage, and I'm not sure. Yeah, I can't afford to lose 800 storage. But there's bound to be somewhere that I can afford to... Oh, really? I only just cleared this space out, though. Oh. Well, when needs must, I suppose. We definitely do need another reactor. Actually, one thing we could do is either push these down. Actually, yeah, we're gonna have to remove these for now. We definitely need those reactors. So we're gonna pop down 2 more reactors. In fact, if we're gonna be doing that, we may as well go the whole hog and have large reactors. So, it does appear that the part of the ship over here is actually going to be restructured completely. We need all of this out of the way. That is going to necessitate the change to a couple of the parts around here. There we go. Let's get all of this done. It's going to be sad seeing this part just ballooning out, but it's necessary, unfortunately. Thankfully, we do have a lot of metal, so we should be able to get all of this done fairly quickly. Star detected ahead, that's fine. It's not going to be a problem, at least I hope not. There we go. In fact, could you prioritize this side? I'd love to get one side done in its entirety before we start faffing around with the other side. But what we can do is, once all of this is built out, we can just have another 3x3 reactor. In fact, we can have 2. And that should cover our power requirements for a long time. We're unlikely to need any more power for quite some time at that point. We are going to have to move some of these vents around, though. We don't want these just hanging around, because we want all of this room to be dedicated to reactors. So that should be fine. In fact, got some options there, actually. Got a few options there. We could move that one heat vent over there, have another CPU array, and then just have a little room down there, which would be pretty good, I think. Oh, hello, asteroid. Sorry, I didn't see you drop in. My bad. Let's get all of this sorted. Doop, 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 doop. There we go. Okay, all of the crisis has been averted. We have mined out all of the things that needed to be mined. Right then, how are we going to do this? Well, first and foremost, I do need to get rid of these. We'll leave these there, though, I think. And then we'll just expand this on down all the way. We can't do it over there, unfortunately. We need to wait a little bit longer. There we go. See, the thing is, we could have just a little bit more stuff fitting in here if we actually remove that wall as well. But having the extra heat dissipation is quite nice. Alternatively, we could go ahead and just pop down another rocket pod, you know, just for old time's sake, really. Sure, more rocket pods, because really, when we launch the rockets, we want it to be a proper swarm. I'm not selling you silicon, I haven't got enough, but you can have that, and then you can give me some money and go. We're so bad. It's so easy to be evil in this game. Far too easy to be evil in this game, if you ask me. Right, with that done, now is time to build a large reactor. Now, it's going to take a fair old whack of resources to do, but having 3 of these things is actually going to mean that we can get rid of quite a large amount of the medium solar panels that we've got going. And it'll also mean that if we get a fire on one of the reactors, it isn't necessarily going to shut down all of the power to everything that we've got. So there is that as well. Also, I wouldn't mind getting a little hull brace around here, perhaps there and there. Then I'm going to move these across. That's just shut down a load of stuff, unfortunately, but I kind of knew that would happen. I'd rather have these arrays just shunted across a little bit, and then have the healing pad and the armor repair just over to the side. Eventually, I'll probably move these, frankly, because we don't strictly need them, but they're quite cool to have, I think, where they are. And then in the utility, we want a health pad, and we also want, from defense, armor repair. Now, uses nanobots to recharge armor buffer. Now, the thing is, do we need a lot of these? How fast does that work? Not that we really plan on being damaged, frankly. We've got a ridiculous amount of shield capacity. So, though that being said, a bunch of things were turned off. So we need to get those turned back on. It's going to take us a while to get these set up, though, unfortunately. But the ship is definitely becoming more powerful. We need more beds, though. Always, always more beds. And everything's on fire again, which is just not good, frankly. In fact, I think something just blew up that time. Why is my floor on fire? Stop it. Did something blow up? I'm fairly certain something did. I don't see it, though. Whatever it was, I don't see it. But I'm building out some more engine sections because, frankly, we're just not moving fast enough. Really? You power up your weapons? I think not. I think not this time. Fire all of the everything, all of the rockets, all of the time, all of the everything. Just kill them all. They deserve it. No, these are not good guys. They're the ones who started the fight with me, damn it. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to take the floor out from underneath you as well, just because I'm a scallywag like that. We're going to break all of the things, and then we're going to kill you all. This is what you get. Frankly, it's your own fault. You did this to yourself, not me. There we go. Pump. Perfect. Alright, as you can see though, we are expanding out this area quite significantly, and the main reason for this is for engines. We desperately need some engines down here to increase our maneuverability, because it is getting down to the very, very low, -20s. And that's just not good, frankly. Not good at all. Right, what I would like to do is have flooring going along here, and then all in there. We're also going to be getting rid of that brace, unfortunately. It has to go. I know. I'm as sad about this as you are, trust me. We will then be having the large engines in here, and there'll be plenty of room then for people to get around and actually repair them. And that should do a fair bit of work for keeping this going. At the moment, we're not actually struggling with keeping the engines repaired, except when I do large bulk builds like this. So I'm hesitant to just fill this up with loads of small engines because they're more room efficient. I prefer to have the larger engines myself, not least because there's no way that we could possibly man, like if I added 3 engines here, 3 engines there, we don't have enough engineers to run all of those. Whereas if I added 2 large engines, or rather small engines as they're called, actually are they called small or no, medium engines, then we are going to have enough engineers to run all 4 of those, and I can only assume that they give a larger increase, proportional to the size they are and the amount of room they take up to have installed. Alright, so once those are built, we can go ahead and completely empty out this little area back here, and it's going to be grand. Should I pop a little something in? Yeah, I should. You know what? This will be my railgun sort of area. Right, we're up to 17 on utility. Wow, I totally missed that, didn't I? Sensor array, large crate. I completely 100% shouldn't have even been looking at that. That was not what I wanted to do. Damn it. What was it that I did want to do though? I think it was probably weapons, so that's really the only thing that we've got left to research in any large amount. So we're going to try and open that up a little bit. Now then, in terms of our structure, we don't need to add more. There's just no need for any more structure there. What we do need though is a little bit of extra CPU. So let's get some CPU arrays going up there, and we'll see. We'll see where we can fit more, if we can fit more. Someone please go and put those fires out there. That would be grand. Like really, really good. Yeah, and the armor repair as well, please. Good. Lolash, take care of all of this. Thank you, Lolash. And those 2, please, as well. Well done, Lolash. Lolash, you are amazing. You are keeping this ship from exploding. Well done. Lolash, single-handedly taking care of all of the problems on this ship. Well done. Where would we be without you, Lolash? I just don't know. And we've got a new ship that we can buy from. Sure, let's get a new crew member. Hello there. And Stephen, once again, Chaotically has already furnished me with a name, and this is the last name that I prepared ahead of time. Lockridge. There we go. Welcome aboard, Lockridge. Let's actually see. What can I get you doing? Well, Casey's actually the better engineer of you two, so Casey, if you could help out with that, that would be grand. Thank you very much. Now, we need to get ourselves... sorry, you just need to leave. We need to get ourselves some more metal. Quite desperately, in fact. That's the main thing we've run out of at the moment, because we've been doing so much hull expansion. But, as you can see, shouldn't take us too long, and then we'll be able to do a little bit more hull expansion. I can't even move my camera out far enough to be able to see where I could reach with my forward mining lasers. That's reasonably impressive, I must say. There we go, let's get all of this metal. Oh, fantastic. All the metal for me! Okay, as you can see, we have finished moving quite a lot of things around. We've also added a few more mining lasers, but also taken away a couple of weapons. I've gone ahead and I've unlocked the plasma turret. We're going to add 2 plasma turrets there. I've removed the chain guns and moved quite a lot of the various weapons we've had and just positioned them around in better places, or at least as far as I'm concerned, they're better places, because we're going to build a couple of things like, ooh, torpedo launchers are actually quite cool. I like the way that they look. So there we are with torpedo launchers. The next thing we really want is explosive penetration. So that's another 15 points in weapons research we're going to need. And then we'll have those built there. Hello. You have something for trade? Yes, in fact you do. Very well, I shall buy a new crew member. Welcome aboard, Johnny, whom I do not have a name for. So, you know what to do if you want to claim Johnny's name, and that is down below. Why are you green? You've got an alien aboard. Lockridge is an alien. But welcome aboard, Johnny. What do I need you doing, Johnny? And also, what are you good at doing, Johnny? Let's see. Yeah, you're actually fairly good at combat. Oh, okay, you might be a fighter pilot then. For the time being, you can just potter around the ship helping out with General, just keeping the place clean. There we go. The torpedoes are going up. We're going to be just shy on the amount of silicates we need, which is a bit of a shame. Come on, skedaddle. Right, there we go. In fact, can we also set a course for another ship? Fantastic. We're going to set a course that's going to take us to an asteroid field and a ship. This is amazing. We do not yet have our new engine. Now, I know I said that this episode was going to be focused on building support craft, but there were just so many other big things that I wanted to stick on the main craft. I mean, it's really starting to flesh out. We're probably going to have to bring the engine section down around here a little bit, fill in this little section. I mean, it's far less of the rocket tail now, as I'm not even really sure what it is, but it's definitely expanding. It's almost looking like a palace at this point. But yes, we're gonna have to wait on the ship and the asteroid field to appear. We definitely need a little bit of silicates so that we can finish off this torpedo launcher. We only need 10 for that, but the engines themselves require 40 each. Ooh, wow, okay, so we're gonna need quite a lot. At this point, I can just generally point my mining lasers behind something, and just the array of lasers will mine everything that pops out of the asteroid, which is actually incredibly good. But, oh, we've got a visitor. Hello, visitor. What are you up to? Ooh, I want that, and that especially. Oh, this is good times. Got hit by a little bit of something, which isn't terribly good, but it's fine on the whole. I'm sure we're okay. Now then, we've not quite got enough silicon yet to be able to build both of the ships that we need. Am I losing things, or things just catching on fire? Let's just double check this. There's lots of little explosions happening that I'm not too happy with. We could sell silicon. It's exactly not what I want to do. I will sell my metal though. Then I'll threaten you. You know, it's better for you if you're not here anymore, because this is a really dangerous place for a tiny ship to be. My ship is gigantic and has enough mining lasers to be able to take care of itself, and also shields. But tiny ships, no. We're doing you a favor by telling you to leave. Right. We're up to 79. We only need one more bit of silicon and we're good, if we can find it. I really wish I could zoom out a little bit more. That is becoming a bit... Oh, there we are. Ha! We've got it. Right, okay. So now we've got everything we need. It's time to build the medium engine. So one there, and indeed one right there. And that will take all of our silicon, unfortunately, and half of our metal as a whole. But it'll be very much worth it. And eventually we're going to build some more mining extenders as well. Let's go ahead and set course to a ship signature. Maybe we can find someone who's willing to trade a little bit. Oh, one of my large reactors went down. A little bit of silicon for us. I would be completely on board with that. There we go. Hello? No. No. Alas, I cannot. Threaten. Goodbye. I will send for another ship. Thank you. Another ship, please. It's fantastic. I'm just ordering takeaway, basically. Right. Okay, so our weapon systems. We really want all of these on 1. That's good. All my mana lasers are on 2. That's good. 3 is going to be all of my explosive systems. And then 4 will be everything. For the time being, that's what we've got to play with. What I'm thinking is all of my fighter support craft will be projectile. So rail guns, chain guns, probably a lot of chain guns. We'll just have chain gun fighters. It's going to be grand. Absolutely marvelous. You'll see. But right now we're just waiting on these to be finished off, and then we should be in a fairly good position. I could put down hull bracing, but I'm really not that interested in it at this point. What I am interested in is mining expanders there, and there, so that we can literally mine everything on the screen from then on. And yeah, filling out this section, just probably pulling this engine down a little bit, giving us a little bit more room for some subsystems around there, and building out some support fighters. Well, we'll probably get 4 or 5 or maybe even 6 support fighters around the perimeter. The only problem with that is it expands the shield. Now, you might think that having an expanded shield is not a bad thing. Well, it kind of is. Really, is the ship not showing up yet? Come on. It is kind of bad in that you're going to have... everything is going to be hitting the shield from that point on. If you go into an asteroid field, you're not going to get through it without getting smacked by all of the asteroids. And really, that is just silly. That is just really silly. I'm just going to throw so much firepower at you now. And our heat sinks are actually managing it, which I'm moderately impressed with, honestly. There we go. There we are. Everything's gone. Gigantic torpedoes. Fantastic. That was actually pretty fun. But we definitely need some more ships. I would like either new crew member or some silicon, please. Let's hopefully get another crew member. That way we've got some more people that we can rename. And we've got a new crew member. Fantastic. Very well. I will take this new crew member, and then I'm going to threaten you, and you can leave. There we go. Who have we got now? Diana. How marvelous. What are you good at, Diana? You're actually not bad at science. Very well. You shall be science personnel. I am actually going to rename you. This is a bit of a tip I was given to just add an asterisk so I can easily see who has yet to be renamed. And it's a fantastic idea, honestly. There we go. So there we are. We've got 2 people who need a rename. But with that, I'm going to say we're going to wrap this episode up. I've had quite a lot of fun with this one. We've expanded the ship out enormously. And there's still a little bit of room for some additional weapon systems on the main ship. But I think at this point, we've got all the weapon systems we need on the main ship. The next episode, I know I said I would do this one, but again, just got distracted. But in the next episode, we're going to be building out the support craft, and I think, yeah, we're probably going to go with like chain gun fighters or rail gun fighters, and it'll look pretty cool, I hope. But that is it from me. So as ever, do remember, if you would like to claim any of the names for either Diana or Johnny, post a comment down below, and I'll see you next time. But until then, do take care, everyone.